Yahoo Finance's Company of the Year for 2022 is Costco. I had a chance to sit down with Costco CEO Craig Jelinek to take a look back at the company's performance this year.
Never gets old. It never gets old. Now, I remember when we opened up the 6th location, we certainly didn't do much volume. I think we had a $150,000 day, and normally we do that in a lot of new openings every hour. So, you know, it doesn't get old. You get to see the customers, you get to see our employees, and it creates opportunity for our employees. I love it.
What is it like? This is a huge store, 150,000 square feet?
This one's about 160.
160. What is it like to open a store like this?
Well, I mean, it takes a lot of work. Obviously we're very good at it now because we've opened up a lot of Costco's. In a market like this, all of our employees come from transfer, create more opportunities. So we have a lot of long-term employees in here. So it's relatively a smooth operation as long as we can get the goods, we get the construction done. It's an easy operation to open up.
So Craig, you won the coveted Yahoo Finance Company of the Year award. We really give it out to those companies that are best-in-class operators in a given year, and certainly Costco delivering all those marks.
And I really appreciate that, but I got to tell you, this goes to all the people in the organization. They truly are what makes this company go, and I'm very blessed and fortunate just to be part of it. So I really owe it all to them. But it's been really a long 3 years. When you started with, it's kind of like COVID started, and then it's been a hangover from COVID for, I think, the last 3 years in terms of challenges with getting merchandise, keeping your employees safe, keeping your members safe. So it's been a tough 3 years for everybody, for the country. And I think you continue to have a little bit of hangover from all the things that's transpired. But, we've persevered, and we're very pleased that we've been able to get merchandise and continue to create value for our members and grow our membership base and drive sales.
Is it that consumers are trading down from grocery stores in an environment where inflation has been through the roof? Eggs, butter, toothpaste, you name it. Are you in fact the low price leader in most of these categories?
Well, we believe that we are. Now, I'm sure others out there believe that they are. The proof is what the consumer says. And we believe we're the low price leader. Our markup's about 13%. So, any rebate money we get, we pass right on to the consumer. We're a top line company. We drive sales. We're not a margin company.
Any signs from all the data you are collecting right now that we are past the worst in inflation in this country?
There's a couple ways to look at that. I don't know we're past the worst. I believe we are. I felt that we are for the last 2 or 3 months, because at some point when you start to see container costs coming from Asia, I think in non-food, the container costs are starting to bring prices down because transportation is starting to come down. There's still a shortage of things like eggs. I don't see the egg market deflating at the moment.
Well, there goes my breakfast, Craig. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I think there'll be some consumables there may be a problem, but I think overall you'll start to see some decrease in deflation, I should say.
Your read on the holiday season so far?
I was very concerned about November. After Thanksgiving, I think things are going to be a little bit better than we thought.
Do you see consumers pulling back at all? Are they still? I was walking the store. I saw a $2,000 bottle of wine. I saw you selling electric bikes for $3,000. Are those moving in this environment?
Yes, they are.
They are.
They are moving. But it's a certain economic class where things are moving.
So you cater to the higher end consumer?
Well, we think we do. Yes, we do.
So you mentioned workers a couple times, and Costco has long gotten really high marks on its employees, how it treats them, how it pays those workers. Where did that come from?
Well, I think that came from really our founders, Jim Sinegal, Jeff Brotman. You want to have a good company, you need good people, you have to pay good wages, and you have to build loyalty. And we don't have much of a turnover in our organization. So we want people to stay long term. We want people to make higher wages. We want people to be able to afford homes. It's just the right thing to do.
The economy in November created 263,000 jobs. Everybody was looking for a slowdown, didn't get it. Can you find the workers you need to open stores like this?
We can find the workers we need. They're probably a little bit less experienced in the workforce than what we would like to have, but you can find workers. It's not as easy as it was, say, 10 years ago. It's a much different environment. More people, I think, like jobs where they can work from home. This is a business that you cannot work from home.
A lot of your competitors in retail, Walmart, Target, you name it, they've now invested a lot in higher wages for their employees. Do you feel like you have to make a new investment in your employees to take those wages even higher to just, I guess, reestablish that gap with them?
We always want to make sure that our employees are at the higher end of the scale, and we believe that they are at the top end. Of course, that starting wage is narrowed for everybody, but we want to also pay for longevity. We do not want to turn people. We want to keep our employees.
Do you see any signs of recession in the United States?
You know, a little bit. I think, especially when you look at things like, jewelry, our jewelry business has slowed down. If you look at the really high-end television sets, they've slowed down. Unless you start to take some markdowns on some goods, you'll see the TV start to move. So I think right now people are very, they're always value conscious, but I think more so now than ever.
So let's do a little quick around the horn. Your favorite Kirkland product?
Kirkland, whether it's a combination between the white cake and the hot dog.
The one competitor that keeps you up at night?
I think all competitors keep you up at night, to tell you the truth. But what you got to worry about is how you run your business. That's what you have to worry about the most. Competitors, fine, but you have to figure out and do what's best for your business. Take care of your member, take care of your employees, continue to figure out how to create value, and that will take care of itself.
Charlie Munger, big fan of Costco, on your board, a shareholder. He's said this once, this quote, "I wish everything else in America was working as well as Costco does. Think what a blessing that would be for us all." Any funny Charlie Munger moments you can share?
I could share many with Charlie. Charlie's got a photographic memory. He says it just takes him a little bit longer to get it printed.
Fair enough. Recently, too, something that caught my team's eye is that you promoted Ron Vakras, Succession, next Costco CEO. What can you tell us, Craig?
Let's put it this way. He's president, and we'll let it go at that.
How long do you see yourself as Costco CEO?
For a while.
For a while. Okay. Well, I can read between the lines. Two more for you. Next 10 years at Costco, where do you think this brand goes?
We'll continue to expand. We think over the next 10 years, God willing, we could double the size of the company, and we'll focus a lot more on international.
As you reflect back on your career, your biggest achievement in your view?
I don't get too caught up in achievements. I think I was very blessed to be able to be the second CEO of this company after Jim Sinegal, and I think we've moved the company forward. So I just consider that I had some big shoes to fill, and I think as a team we've done pretty good in moving the company forward over the last 12 years.
Craig Jelinek, it has been a pleasure to follow your career. Costco CEO, let's maybe go out and buy one of those 93-inch plush bears?
You should.
All right.
They're a very hot item.
My brother would kill me if I bought that for my niece for the holiday season. There's nowhere to put it, Craig. There's nowhere to put it.
I bought one for my grandkids, right? And the first time we had it was over in Australia, and I flew it back from Australia. Great item. That's probably one of the craziest things I've done.
Those bears are 93. They're huge and they're $3. It's just a big product. But look, very interesting what Craig said there about Succession. And what you don't see here, I got to spend a couple minutes with Ron Vakras. He was promoted, like Craig mentioned, to president earlier this year. He was walking the store floor. I had maybe 2 or 3 minutes with him, just caught up with him briefly. That is very likely to be the next CEO of Costco. Whether it happens early next year or within the next year, it's probably likely to happen within the next 2 years. Ron has the key DNA that all Costco CEOs have had, and Craig is the second one. He's a merchant. He started at this company early 90s, came over with the merger of Price Club and Costco, strong merchant, and that's how Costco picks its CEOs.
I loved your call out of Price Club, the mention of that background.
That was a game changer.
Right on it. I remember Price Club.
Yes.
That's going back to the very early days of these kinds of warehouse clubs. I mean, you get such an old school vibe, right, from an executive like that. but it's worked for them.
This guy, he wasn't doing it for the cameras. He was walking the whole store, greeting employees, checking out the merchandise, and CFO Richard Galanti was doing the same thing. Over the past month, they've had, I think, maybe 4 to 7 store openings. He's been pretty much at all of them, walking the floors. I mean, he's been the CEO for 12 years. It's just in their blood. It's just a different company. I bet any other retailer could be opening up stores today at, let's say, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. CEO's not there walking the store.
Well, the stat that he mentioned, too, was astounding. $150,000 an hour is what they're used to doing on some store openings, and that goes to the strength of the brand, the number of consumers that perhaps are waiting for them to open up because, yeah, you see the store getting constructed, and now that builds up enough of that word-of-mouth traffic in a local region to say, hey, we got a Costco that's on the way. We're ready to sign up in advance in order to be able to take advantage of this on day one.
One final thing. It was amazing to see. So this Costco was really in the middle of nowhere. Dark road, and plop, they put a Costco. Store open, nice crowd, but within about 2 hours, this place was mobbed. It was just absolutely packed. It felt like Costco on the weekend.
Real question is, do you have to buy an extra seat for the teddy bear if you fly it on the plane, like Craig was saying?
2 seats. I think it's huge. It's 93 inches. It's giant. It's huge. I would have nowhere to put it.
That's taking up some space.